Okay, guys.
Corvo, if
When I
only there
first
was
started
someone
my
else I
channel, I
trusted to
did
send, so that you
primarily
could remain
Dishonored
near.
stuff.
But
And
there
I
is no
recently
one
went back
else.
and I
And the
looked at
spy
my old
master was right
Dishonored
to insist
content,
that
my
I
old
send you.
playthrough. And I noticed that, like, I was a
The
whole
plague has
different
taken
person
so
back
many,
then.
and we
Like,
must find a cure.
everything
When you are near,
about
my
me
heart
was,
is
like,
at
so
peace.
bright and so laid back. And,
Emily and I will
now
count the
everything
days
about
until
me,
you
from
return.
like my personality
Hurry
to
home
my
and bring
even the
good
sound of my
news.
voice has just gotten a good amount darker. So I thought it would be fun to revisit this playthrough and see how things go. Now that I've been through about 3 years of being burdened by excess responsibilities and financial troubles and all that. That's all about to come to an end, by the way. But there's a thing. When you've been undervalued for too long, and you finally start to get the recognition you want, there's a certain explosion of built-up arrogance that occurs. And, I mean, sure, you can try to hold it back a little bit, but, never try to completely suppress it. What is it Kesha says in her latest song? It's don't try to give me that shit, I've earned the right to be like this. Right now I'm in my Joyride arc, so this, little last bit of, hatred I've got in me is probably the last chance to do this and see how this playthrough works with my new personality. Because I've got a job that's gonna make me a bunch of money now, I've had a good amount of free time. I have what I need to make sure that the people who exacerbated my problems are held accountable, so this little, okay, so you know how if you argue with someone all day and they finally apologize, but you had to wear them down for it after after just all day of them insisting that you're the problem? How instead of feeling better, that almost ignites this kind of bloodlust in you. Like now you want to get abusive with it and just be like, "You're goddamn right, don't you ever question me again." Well, right now I feel like I've gotten an apology from the universe too late. So,
I'll cover my eyes and you hide.
last little explosion of darkness before I probably go back to the way I was before. At least I hope I do. I've always been someone who's of the mindset that I shouldn't have to change. So I do my best to resist changes like this, and once I've restored order in my life, probably the first thing I'm gonna do is work on undoing all those little changes. Anyway, here's High Overseer Campbell. He's a dickhead. You'll see that later.
I'm not so sure that painting looks like
She'll see
Campbell.
you at once.
Did you see any monsters while traveling?
They're sick people, not criminals.
We've gone beyond that question, Your Majesty.
It's a cold day, but I'm still hot somehow.
If we can. All of them.
This playthrough's probably not gonna be as, like, pro level as the other one was.
Mother, Corvo is
That other one, I really had the game memorized. This was
As you wish,
during,
Your
like, I
Majesty.
spent about all of 2020 just playing this game a ton. I forgot how to play it now.
2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
I'll probably be a little more kill happy, although
It's a fair wind that brings you.
I don't
back.
think I'll go high
means it?
chaos. Just not so perfectionist about it. You know, I've already done the perfectionist run. You can look that up if you really want.
I hope that one
if
of the
you're
other cities
if
had
you're
dealt with
looking
this
for
before,
probably the most
knew of some
optimized
cure.
low chaos route,
This news is very bad.
I
at the
put
breaking
that up
point.
back in like 2020 or
Cowards.
early
They're going to
2021.
blockade us. They'll wait to see if the plague turns the city into a graveyard.
Are you okay, Mother? You seem sad.
Yes, don't worry, darling. Mother is fine. Wait, where are the guards? Who sent them away?
Mother, look. What are they
Here
doing on
comes the
rooftop?
guys.
What? Emily, come here.
The whalers.
Emily!
Those tutorials are honestly so obnoxious.
Look out! Another one!
Bro just shrugged off a gunshot, man.
Corvo, thank you.
I forgot the gun was kind of bad because, like, I almost never use the gun, you know? I'm mostly a stealth player.
Get away from her! Corvo!
Mommy!
Situations get out of your control a little too quick if you go loud.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
Ward us all. Look at what he's done. Yes.
Alright, so these are the two worst guys in the game. Hiram Burrows and High Overseer Campbell.
What did you do with young Lady Emily, traitor?
Her own bodyguard. Ironic.
I'll see you beheaded for this, Corvo. Take him.
This game is kind of weird from like a political standpoint because it's essentially Corvo is a monarchist and Hiram Burrows is a fascist, so it's like two pretty, like, by today's standards it would be two far-right philosophies clashing. In post-industrial times it would be really weird to see these two be on opposite sides.
Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
Okay, so I always say the first level is the hardest because you don't have your powers yet. Blink and Dark Vision make the game so much easier. If you just tried to play this as like a normal mundane stealth game with no powers, it would be insanely tough. I don't even know if it's possible to perfect stealth the game that way.
So many people are coming to the execution tomorrow.
Okay, so this is totally fucky about when they can and can't see you.
And abducted her daughter, Emily. So it's an occasion.
Right. A social event for the high and mighty. Come see the noble Lord Protector get his head chopped off.
A lot of waiting here. Better quick save in case it goes bad. Because you can easily just get catapulted into high chaos if you fuck this mission up.
Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance.
That guy, this guy you definitely have to take out if you don't want to get caught. And I like to move him back to the prison cell. Now these guys in here, you can game them a little. I don't think you have to take them both out. Although I think I usually do anyway.
No, stupid goddamn.
Oh no. Are you not gonna turn back around? Oh, there we go.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution will be restricted to the personnel assigned to the event and approved dignitaries only.
It's a bit of a vulnerable spot.
Crap.
Can't get too greedy. Gotta loot a little and go. That actually might be the smoothest I've ever done that. This playthrough's also gonna be shittier because, like, I have a mechanical keyboard now and I still don't have a headset, so, like, you can hear a lot more click-clack.
The military or the plague? Like...
Attention. The solitary wing is off limits to maintenance unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary.
I don't know why I'm always in the habit of closing doors behind me in this game. It's different doing this as like a long form Let's Play thing instead of streaming it. Usually I'm used to just like yapping constantly with my stream chat every time things get a little slow. Streaming is fun, but when you do it too much it can actually kind of fuck with the way you appreciate games. Because like you'll become a lot more ADD and a lot less patient. And now, I guess that's if you're, like, good at the streaming and being entertaining part. I've seen lots of streamers who, barely acknowledge their audience and, you know, they focus on the game, but, like, they're really nothing to talk to and they have nothing to say. And, like, those ones never do that well. I feel like if you're streaming it, you do better when you actually, like, engage. I don't know. Maybe one of these days I'll try a lower energy kind of stream where I'm not just like shit posting on here with my chat, but I feel like it just works better when you come in with a good energy level and like you're ready to have some fun.
Not yet. I was gonna report that boiler leak from yesterday. Forget it.
Attention.
Just do your route.
Solitary wing
Report's
is
trouble
off
for
limits
both
to
of us.
maintenance
I'm moving.
unless accompanied by an officer of the watch. Escort through the solitary wing must be scheduled in advance with 1 week's notice.
Seen anything scary? Please, not now.
Everything feels so iffy without dark vision.
Yeah, but everything has to be set up.
I'll never forget this part.
I can't wait to
This is the part I learned from Darkside Phil.
Everyone did? I really like the Empress. What was that?
Shit.
Oh, I'll find it.
Okay, well that won't do.
Corvo's execution is tomorrow, right? Yeah, but everything has to be set up today. I can't wait to see this man. Not everyone did? Hey, I really like the Empress. Owe me a drink. You always
Okay. You wait for those guys to go away first.
Attention. Tomorrow's execution
Stupid cut.
I remember my first time through this, I pickpocketed everybody, but this time, meh. Not trying to be as slick this time. Okay, so there's a guy there and a guy there.
That's just ridiculous. Stupid rats.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm used to. I was gonna say, why ain't there no guy here? Okay, got a quick save here because I'm doing some platforming, which is not amazing in this game. I got away with it though. So we lock the guys in the dog crate because we're gonna set off a bomb and we don't want to kill these dudes for no reason. They're already out of action. Okay, we don't want to hit that switch because that opens the door and gets us to where more guards will be able to see us. Alright. Boring tutorial level. Realistically, I could have skipped it, but it wouldn't be the full experience then, would it? Rats eat those guys. Okay, the rats go for the body, so I gotta... See, it's introducing all of the different mechanics and the way things interact. But you have to pay attention to really catch it, because you can brute force this part without learning anything. Ah, these two died together. Okay, so this teaches you how to move bodies and turn wheels. This part is exceptionally tedious, I would say.
Screw that. That's too far. I don't want to catch the plague, do you? No. Doesn't the elixir prevent it? Maybe. Either way, let's just dump them down there. Let the rats eat them.
This part you actually can't brute force. You have to figure out how to bait the rats or you won't make it.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily, heir to the throne, has...
Okay, I didn't get bit by any rats there.
Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Okay. I know the launcher is here somewhere. There we go. Found one of them. I don't know if that's the one that's aimed that way, though. The angle didn't seem right for it, you know what I mean? Okay, now I'm not done here yet. I guess that is pointed toward this. Like, yeah. From the other side it didn't make much sense, but from this side I get it. That slide's really easy to screw up. There's a lot of ways in this game that you can take damage just from moves not coming out the way you want them to. It's usually platform related. Sometimes some sliding, sometimes a blink will misfire a little bit. The key to blinking though is you gotta go slow. Okay, so this one, the code is 451. In every immersive sim, which is the type of game this is, there's usually something with a code of 451 or 0451. It's like a tradition. It was started by Looking Glass Studios.
He won't get past me, sir. Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
I'll probably end up repeating a lot of the shit I said in my other
Knock something over if you can.
Dishonored video or series. Oh, this part is fucking stupid.
Smells like a dead weeper in here.
Hey, I don't need shit from you.
Far too much to be mindful of in this area.
Stay alert, you worms. He's not getting out this way on my watch.
Ooh. How do I get back up there? Damn it. This is gonna go real bad. Oh, okay. I miss when I used to have the kind of free time where I could just memorize games, you know? I'll probably never have that chill of a life again, man. Like, I memorized Dishonored, I memorized most of Dark Souls.
Nasty furry filth.
I guess I could have been a speedrunner if I really wanted to, but I don't have that much autism. Like, that's like next level shit. Like, you gotta really be willing to commit to the bit. Drive yourself insane. That's why I don't really fuck with speedrunning, because every time I see a speedrunner, every time I see a compilation of like speedrunning and shit, like, I always just see them suffering, you know?
Still hardly believe it.
Like, it usually doesn't look like they're having a good time. Okay, got out of that without having to kill anybody. The second half was easier than I remembered, actually.
This is the Hound Pit's pub. Closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing.
The unskippable cutscenes are
Of course, if anyone finds
one of the
out what
worst
we're up
things
to,
in this game.
the watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped,
Especially now that I've got
Lord
streamer
Regent's
brain
gonna
and
be
can't
tearing the
just
city
like sit
apart.
in silence through a thing I have to wait through.
Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock.
It's like,
The Admiral's a
if I'm
man
having a
of
busy day and only have a
Anyone
little
can
bit of
find a
time and
missing girl
energy
right
to
now.
like play
Play your
games
name.
and stuff,
He can.
there'll be times when an unskippable cutscene is all it takes to ruin my day. Like, it'll be like, I'll make it through the unskippable cutscene and it's like, damn it, now I don't even feel like playing anymore.
So it's starting at last, Admiral. We found our man.
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I
Okay,
represent
so
the
these are your
military
good guys, a meathead and
We
an
all act as
alcoholic.
equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men.
So, like, how did these guys figure out
must
that
be
you were
exhausted.
framed anyway?
We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist.
He's challenging at times. He's a fucking weirdo. At one point, you catch him spying on some girl in the bath.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in
They need
place?
to make a version of this game
Stable.
that, like, encourages violence, where it's like, you actually get a better ending if you kill a bunch of people. I think that would be a really good Dishonored 3, as if the good ending required you to just murder everybody. There's not enough games that are explicitly pro-murder these days, you know what I mean? We need something like Postal 2 again, where it's just like, yeah, listen to the voices in your head, go out and kill.
Just perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, fit must be precise. There. Can you see
This
normally?
thing looks so goddamn uncomfortable.
Lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you.
That little random zoom in on his face was kind of creepy. Very, a Oblivion-like. Let's see, we need the combat sleep dart for sure, and oh, that's all we can afford. Oh, I should have stole more stuff.
I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Sleep well.
These little fucking around segments in between missions, they're cool the first time. After that, not so much. They become very similar to just another form of unskippable cutscene. Strange gravity. Gravity's not real.
Hello, Corvo. Your life has taken a turn, has it not? The Empress is dead. Her precious daughter Emily is lost somewhere in the city, and you will play a pivotal role in the days to come. For this, I have chosen you and drawn you into the void. I am the outsider, and this is my mark.
I'm the outsider, and this is my dick.
Great forces that men call magic, and now these forces will serve your will. Use this newfound power, my gift to you.
Never trust an emo kid. Is my right click acting up again? Because like the first one I didn't get a chance to hold and release. It just kind of went all... Oh, it's acting up again. That is actually... That's gonna cause some quick saves to have to be reloaded. Okay, there we go. I know why my mouse is probably acting up. It's because it keeps doing this thing where it'll switch itself off, and there's no way to turn it back on other than pull the battery out and put it back in again. And when it does this, I get pissed off and start slamming it on the table. Which, I mean, you can't really say it's my fault it's broken when it was getting slammed because it was already fucking broken in the first place.
In the days that follow, your trials will be great, Corvo. Seek the ancient runes bearing my mark in the lonely places of your world, and at shrines raised in my name. These runes will grant you powers beyond those of other men. To help you find these runes, I give you this, the heart of a living...
Okay, he gives me the heart.
With this heart,
I could be skipping this. If I get too impatient, I'm gonna start skipping cutscenes, but like,
listen to the heart now.
I don't know, just it feels more fair to give everyone the full experience of the game like the first time. Okay, blink goes on the 1 key, heart goes on the 4 key. Okay, it worked that time.
All of time's meaningless here. Neither seconds, nor centuries. Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
I remember I got lost the first time I went through this place. It's actually kind of easy to get lost in. Like, I remember shit a little better now, so I made it work this time. But yeah, it's fairly easy to get lost. Okay, and you definitely want dark vision. For one rune, it's like the second most useful power in the game.
How you use what I have given you falls upon you, as it has to the others before you. And now I return you to your world, but know that I will be watching with great interest.
Okay. And I've got whatever the DLC is that, like, gives you a bunch of free shit. Pay to win, easy mode, maybe. Nah, bone charms are good, but they're not that good. Like, they won't carry you. So, what do we got? Keyhole peeping magnification. That's almost useless. Oh, breaking glass is quieter. That might be good. I don't know. How often do I really break glass, though? Good lungs. Water's annoying already. Not gonna be drop assassinating a lot. I guess quick dodge, river affinity. Void channel. That one's really good. White rats, friend. Anything that makes less rats attack me. Oh, and I can eat the white rats too. Let me do that. Fencer. That's a good one too. Okay, so sorry if you hear the dishwasher in the background. I actually went to bed, and this is a new day I'm recording this on now. I'll likely still keep it in the same video, assuming I can smoothly cut the two parts together. Now that I'm using CapCut instead of, like, Windows Movie Maker, that should be simple enough.
Should I clear space for Samuel then?
This is actually a little bit of a bad time to be trying to play a game and be all energetic and fun and stuff. This is normally my favorite game, yet I'm having a hard time enjoying it or anything else. Not just because of all the problems I've had to solve, but I'm also trying to quit vaping, which is it's going a little rough. I've found that even drinking beer usually isn't enough to give me that little mood improvement to take the place of vaping. My vape ran out 2 nights ago and I just decided, okay, I'm done. I'm not gonna buy another one. I was gonna do no nicotine November anyway. Of course I am going on a business trip pretty soon, and was just planning on not taking a vape with me for that. But yeah, I definitely feel like my patience has taken a hit from that. Like I am, there's a certain tension that I just carry with me all the time now. It'll probably be that way for like a week or two, which is not ideal, but vaping was getting to the point where it didn't even really feel good anymore anyway. So, you know, if I wig out and throw tantrums over small things for a couple weeks, so be it. It's worth it in the long run. I've never valued self-control and keeping a level head when you're pissed off that much anyway.
Well, let's get down to it. First off, I know that assassination...
See, this would be a great time to hit the vape while this guy's yapping.
We have to do bad things to make the world right. Our purpose is clear. We want to restore Her Majesty's line by finding and putting Emily Kaldwin on the throne. To those ends, we'll hide, act in shadow, take them apart, piece by piece. Tonight, High Overseer Campbell dies by your hand. It won't be easy. He's protected by his overseers.
I might actually kill Campbell instead of doing the cool non-lethal thing.
Your exploits are legendary.
Like, either way, he ends up dying in the end because he becomes a weeper if you do the non-lethal one. So it's like over for him anyway. Not that he doesn't deserve it anyway, you know? He's one of the 2 worst dudes in the game. But plus it's just, it's so easy to do. I don't feel like fucking around too much.
Corvo. Hello. I'm Callista. I work here for Admiral Havelock. I'm sorry to intrude on your business, but this is important. I suspect you're going to kill the High Overseer. That wretched man. There's really no reason for you to listen to me. But my uncle, Jeff Kernow, still serves as captain in the City Watch. But he's a good man, and my only family. The chatter in servant circles is that Campbell just took delivery of an exotic poison. And I think I know why. My uncle's not corruptible like the rest of them. Campbell is going to poison my uncle. Do you think you could protect him? You used to do that, right? Before you had your current profession. Before you became an assassin.
She's talking like I've, been an assassin for a while. I literally just busted out of jail and haven't killed anyone yet.
Just wondering, sir, if you thought about perhaps seeing Pierre.
Visit Piero. Didn't I spend all my money? He's not even here. Bruh.
Ready to go? Just give the signal.
So this is where the game really opens up.
It'll be a rough trip. Used to be to go straight up Clavering Boulevard, but now it's not so easy.
This is where you start to get some options for how you approach things.
City Watch still holds the bigger streets, and they've set up those wall of light checkpoints. Man walks through one of those, and he ends up burned to a crisp. Everything not controlled by the City Watch is gang territory. Then there are the real odd birds living on the fringes, like that Granny Rags. They say she's nuts. I don't know which is worse. Just take your pick.
Oh, I need to redo my weapon wheel. Okay. Wait, no, 5 can be regular bolts. 6 bullet... Wait, no, 6 can be incendiary bolts. 7 are bullets. You see how I arrange it by likelihood that I'll actually use the shit.
Hey, what is it? I think that last one was moving. What? Yeah, the little one. Not possible.
Now, a fun thing to do with this guy, you choke him out and you dump him in the corpse boat. That way he'll, according to the game's lore, he'll get stranded in the flooded district. Of course, this has no gameplay impact. But that's the kind of thing that they might have thought to put in if they could figure out a way to actually work it. You can't make it so every little thing you do has an impact. That would just be insane to try to pull off. Okay. There's that right click acting up again. Meant to click and hold. That's gonna ruin my aiming at some point. Oh, Fleet Fighter, I need that one. That's one of the good ones. Okay. Let's train our right mouse button a little. Okay. That guard was starting to get suspicious over there. I don't know why. Not sure what his deal was. I saw the little lightning bolt things that mean they're getting suspicious. I don't think there was any real danger of getting caught, though.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. This is a special
Maybe I just made too much noise or something.
Lord Regent. This is the Lord Regent speaking. It is with regret that I announce that my term as Lord Regent has been extended through
So that bone charm's not over here.
potentially beyond. In addition,
Gotta go see Granny Rags.
That's not a nice.
Which you can actually see her use magic if you get up here quick enough.
Granny, 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 come out.
Be careful, Cor.
And I'm not gonna listen to Gerard Way yap at me every time I visit one of these shrines. In case you missed the original playthrough, the order to get your powers is first... Okay, so you get Blink by default. So first you get Dark Vision 1, then Agility 1, then Blink 2, then Agility 2, then Dark Vision 2. And honestly, Agility 2 and Dark Vision 2 aren't even that important. Like, if you want to get something like Shadow Kill or save up for bend time instead, you can do that. But if you're gonna do bend time, you gotta save up enough to get both upgrades, because bend time 1 is kind of useless.
Is that you, my dear husband? My eyes aren't what they used to be. Have you seen my little birdies? The dear things must be starving without their granny. Here,
This is actually kind of chill, you know. Usually I have these late night gaming streams where I just
I think I have gentlemen callers again, but not.
I just like drink beer and you know, vape and
polite ones either.
just game while screaming about feet or whatever. But it's kind of nice to have a chill little afternoon gaming stream. Just sipping on a Monster and
Door love. You'll see to those ruffians.
talking about whatever the hell I want to talk about. I may have to close my blinds in a minute here, though, because getting a little bit of glare on my screen. Okay, good. I have 5 sleep darts. That's enough to deal with those guys.
Granny, granny, granny.
We're wasting our time. How much could she have? She jigs in trash for a living. Let's get it. I'm dry as an overseer's brick.
Okay.
She's been digging for 80 years. Must have found something. Hear that, Granny? Whatever you got, Slackjaw gets a cut. Nothing personal.
Let's see.
Get up.
Got two of them. Now this guy.
It's just a matter of time, buddy.
Don't even need the sleep dart for him. Here, Granny, have one of these dudes as your new playmate.
Lives go on the left. They've always. Oh, my dear. I knew you'd help me with those ill-mannered boys. My brave man. Listen.
So,
Granny has a birthday present for you.
my bank account has dipped below, below $1,000 for the first time since I became an adult. And even though I know I'm gonna be bringing home like 1,500 just next week, it's still a little concerning. I don't know. I'm just not comfortable with it.
Oh no, that's not enough. I hope you like the little gift I got for you. It's the least I could do for turning those louts away. I can't bear these Bottle Street children. Ruffians, every last one of them. Rotten apples. And that Slackjaw is the worst of the lot. You know what I just thought of? You could do something else for me.
She tries to eat Slackjaw eventually.
And I'd give you another present. Another lovely rune carved from the bones of a dead whale. Do you remember my doctor, dear? Dr. Galvani? Now
Dr.
there was
Goatsy.
a clever man. He's got all sorts of nasty rat guts and disease in his laboratory. Wouldn't it be a shame if some of that mess found its way into the Bottle Street Gang's elixir still? That'd teach him. See to it, dear. I'll find you another present just like the first. Galvani lives on Clavering
All right,
Boulevard.
time for some bioterrorism.
Those were the days. Now run off. My baby birdies are hungry. So precious.
I was so close to just skipping that.
You'll have to go or they
Old lady never shuts up. For this first mission, nobody shuts up. It's like, I get that exposition is important, but like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of that is intended to be skipped on following playthroughs.
Oh, you don't want to talk to us like that. Fact is, Bottle Street is here to take its cut. So reach into your pockets and let's get this done. Yeah, and the inspection fee. We can't help it. Just the way we do things on Bottle Street.
You actually have to wait mad long to get to where you can take both of these guys out stealthily.
I'm trapped.
Because, like, you can choke them both out, but look at how long you gotta wait for them to just, like, fuck around there.
Anyone there?
They both just run off to take a piss. And, you get a pretty good opening. I'll dumpster this guy. The other guy's got his head in the toilet, which I'm satisfied enough with. Well, almost. Is that piss or blood?
I'm trapped.
It's either piss or blood all around the toilet seat. I checked his body. He's still just unconscious. He didn't die from hitting it, but...
I owe you, brother. I want to ask about the mask.
I wouldn't want my face seen either, pulling a stunt like that. You know what? I'll return the favor. Come by Griff's shop. That's my business. Well, it was, at one time, but now I'm reduced to scavenging things from here and there as the city dies. If you need anything, I wouldn't mind trading for a little money. Maybe someday the plague will blow over and everything will go back to normal. But until then, it's scavenging for me.
This guy sells a formula for the health elixirs, which on my first playthrough I thought I had struck gold. I'm like, oh, this is super valuable. Little did I know that if you find yourself needing health elixirs regularly, you're kind of playing the game wrong. Spirit water. You know what? What can I get rid of? You know what? I don't need Spirit Water and Gutter Feast. I can just swap them out. Like, if I find a faucet and I need mana, I can just equip Spirit Water. And then, you know, rats are slippery and like to run away, so keep the Void Feast or Gutter Feast or whatever one.
Things I found? Good prices, I swear.
Keep that equipped by default. You really don't have to buy a lot of stuff in this game. Other than, like, upgrades, you can really scavenge pretty much anything you need. Which is good. I definitely don't like games that give you the possibility of unknowingly painting yourself into a corner. Games where if you use your money and resources the wrong way, you can put yourself into an unwinnable state and possibly have to start a large portion of the game over because you most likely saved at an inopportune time. Okay, get some rat viscera, rub that all over my nipples. $287, there's that safe code. That's for downstairs. I have that memorized. 450 and 287 are the first two safes you'll find in this game. After that, I obviously can't memorize everything, but 450 is like a meme thing, like I said earlier, and 287 was just, I fucking played this level so much, because this is one of my favorite levels. It's got a compelling villain that you can torment in pretty cool ways. It's got a lot of openness to it.
Obviously, the plague rat is distinct from the ordinary rat, but in what respect?
Now, a guard's likely to come from hearing this. You gotta be ready to get out.
Although the experiments there are not complete. Coriander's zoological survey describes only the ordinary rat, which means plague rats have only been here for 5 or 7 years at most. This was not a gradual migration.
I literally have dark vision.
Introduced on purpose.
Why am I doing it this way?
Foreign power.
I do feel like I'm a little more articulate during these videos when I don't have nicotine and alcohol to dull the intellect. Of course, alcohol will be coming back. Hopefully nicotine won't, at least not on a regular basis. I don't know if I would quit entirely, like for good. I don't like committing to stuff like that. I've never been a big fan of just permanently giving things up, but we'll see. I gotta try to go at least a month without it. Then maybe I can explore using it in moderation. The cold turkey people, like the ones who just preach complete abstinence from these addictive vices, I've always thought of them as being a little bit corny. I feel like, in a way, they treat themselves like children. And if that's what you absolutely have to do, then I guess go ahead. But it should be a last resort. Or like if you have to organize your life in a way where you're like putting yourself in situations where you're trapped into doing certain things, that to me that's the ultimate way of treating yourself like a child. It's completely giving up the autonomy of being an adult. I've never really agreed with it. Like if you're doing stuff like if you're trying to lose weight, so you stock your house with only foods that will take a lot of effort to cook. That's like some shit Dr. Phil advised people to do back in the day, which should be the first red flag, because Dr. Phil is stupid. But, I don't know, it just feels like you're putting in maximum effort for something that, if you just learned brute force willpower, you would have an easier time in the long run. Like, there wouldn't be so much collateral damage to your way of life, I suppose. Okay, now we definitely got to be stealthy in this part because these Bottle Street guys don't fuck around. They use their whiskey bottles to spit fire at you. And there's not really any counter to it other than just don't let them do it. Which means that if you're fighting more than one at a time, sometimes you have to take one of those on the chin. And you know me, taking things on the chin just ain't my style.
When you're this handsome, you don't need luck. Face like a hagfish. Pay up. Don't be sour. Say. Slapjaw coming down. Not till the next.
That very well could have been a misfire again. My right click was being a little bit of a bitch there. It hasn't screwed me over yet, but I have to remember to keep save scumming because, like, obviously I'm not just gonna... If I get cheated by the right click, I'm not just gonna play through it like a golfer, you know? I'm gonna reset. I'm not just gonna, like, accept it.
Where they train the overseers to be real.
The world already has enough moments where you're expected to take responsibility for things that aren't your fault. Don't need that in my games, too.
Yeah. So he goes from room to room. Kids sleep
I'm gonna try to get that bone charm, but it's turning out to be a bigger pain than I remembered. You can actually use this to make yourself some elixir up until the point where you infect it. There's no option to drink infected elixir because, you know, this isn't Dark Souls 2 and it doesn't set you up for schmuck bait at every possible opportunity. See, in most games you at least have to take out a bunch of the guards to clear space to sneak around. In this game you can avoid contact completely for a lot of the areas.
Well, give it. Okay, here goes. The nobleman laid with the scullery maid, so loudly they made quite right.
I'm gonna save here because I've never triggered a guard by picking that up before, but if this was real life, he would have seen me. Always remember, stay stocked up on everything you can, even if you don't plan on using it. That doesn't mean you gotta go buying stuff. But if you notice it, go over to it and pick it up. Okay, you, do not turn around. Thing about stealth games is even once you're good at them, there's still a good amount that just feels like luck. And I suppose that's kind of realistic, because in real life, you never completely know if someone you're trying to sneak past is going to turn around. Or, I mean, it's worse in real life because you have to deal with random floorboard creaks and things like that. I've learned that the best way, if you're trying to move inconspicuously, two of the best things you can do IRL are, one, watch your shadows, because people will subconsciously pick up on shadows. Like, if you think you've ever, like, intuitively just felt you were being watched or sensed someone's presence behind you, you don't have ESP. That was, you saw a little bit of a shadow, a little bit of their silhouette, or perhaps even the light reflecting off of them if it's a bright enough day. And you didn't pick up on it consciously, but subconsciously you're like, oh, there's something off. And another thing is, if you make a footstep that's loud enough to be heard, you want to stop and you want to walk in a rhythm that is not recognizable as footsteps. Actually, I think that's a Dune thing, right, with their little sandworm thing. But yeah.
That will never wash. Never, never, never.
I talk about some strange subjects without chat here to sort of guide the things I talk about. I think you get a greater variety of subjects that I talk about because chat keeps memeing about feet and pee stuff. There's a certain quiet thoughtfulness that just only exists when you're not trying to keep a live audience engaged. This part can be tough. I don't have every guard's route and placement memorized here because it is fairly complex. Let's see if I can upgrade my blink yet. Oh, there we go. We've got it. If you've got Blink 2 and you've got Agility 1, you're ready to go on to the Overseer's office. Because there is a certain route that lets you bypass a lot of stuff, but it requires those... Well, it at least requires Blink 2. I don't think it requires Agility.
Starts to come all the way off. Is that true? Or is it the itching?
Okay. Bragging about leaving a guy chained up exposed to the elements until his skin starts to peel off.
What a sight you are in that mask.
Probably would have been okay to kill that one.
Feels good to stand up straight. Thank you, Corvo. What you're here to do tonight...
So this is the lovely religious Inquisition faction in this game.
Once it's done, search his body for the journal. His notorious
generally backward enough that no act you commit against them is too
meeting
cruel.
with a guard named Kurnow. And word from my informant is that Campbell is going to poison him. Maybe you can use that to
And we are about to
Alright,
flip the script and poison their
I'll make
leader.
my own way back to the Hound Pits pub. If I see Samuel the boatman, I'll tell him to pick you up in the backyard, behind the office of the High Overseer. May all the spirits guide you, and their enemy's head get destroyed.
I was just reading in the archive.
Now, if you get greedy, there's all kinds of stuff you can rob over there. But,
I've never seen the Heretics brand used. No, it's a rare occurrence. But I did spy the
you
face
do
of
need to
one
jump.
order, of course.
Yeah, see, Agility and Blink 2 just makes it easy. This is like an entire little scenario that you get to skip by doing that.
Or even the High Overseer himself, who violates our codes and must be cast out permanently. Remember the 7 strictures, and you never need... I will.
Ooh, I don't know if I'm gonna do a perfect all runes run. These windows make me a little nervous, because, like, what if someone comes by and sees me?
I hear the watch is having trouble holding the side streets.
Okay, pick the coins up off the ground. Okay, so switch the poison to Campbell's side.
Good, good. And your niece, Callista, isn't it? I'm very good.
You can really beat the whole game just with the runes I've collected so far.
Callista's a resourceful one. Probably found a safe place to hole up in all this chaos.
If my overseers hear anything, I'll come straight to you.
Now the thing is, Captain Kurnow is gonna freak out after High Overseer Campbell dies. And he's gonna run out of the room because he doesn't know there was an attempt to kill him. And then all the Overseers are gonna finish him off. And we can't let that happen, so we gotta knock him out before he can foolishly run to his death.
Now if you'll join me, men will come get you when we're finished. Keep each other entertained. Time?
I don't understand how this got so unpleasant.
Oh, I agree, I agree. A whore dies and suddenly this. Will you have wine? It's a Tivian Red.
Thank you.
Now, to business. What would you say?
We might be able to just choke this guy out instead of sleep darting him.
To be honest, I'm not even sure.
Wait till this fool starts keeling over, though.
Maybe a little too much ale. One harmless prank with a runaway chicken, and 10 minutes later, Trevor's Alley is a sea of blood and teeth.
Bro, these guys get down to some shit.
Take it easy there, old son.
I'm all right, Colonel. But down the wrong way. Now about these overseers.
We're just as guilty as my own men, if not more.
But my overseers have a name to protect. I can't allow you to... Oh no. This can't be happening. Who's done this?
What on earth are you talking about?
No time, no time. Listen carefully. You must...
Okay, so... real easy stuff if you just kill the guy. I like the non-lethal way of dealing with him because it's like poetic justice, you know, using his own sort of hypocritical religious fervor against him. Plus, he's the kind of guy who needs to suffer, but it's also good to just turn his little poisoning scheme back against him. Only annoying thing about doing it this way is now you have to lug this guy around while avoiding these two guards. I don't think there's a third. And you gotta be gentle with this guy. Obviously, you can't just toss him down there like a fucking idiot. Okay, that went smoother than I expected.
Please, she's my sister. She's not a witch. I know her.
Out of the way. You expect preferential treatment just because you are her brother? She will burn. All witches must burn.
Someone's over there.
On that Batman shit.
You appeared as if from nowhere. We would both be dead if not for you.
We are forever in your debt. I cannot thank you enough.
I must get my sister to safety. But first, I may know of a way to thank you. There's a safe in the bunkhouse. The combination is 203. Take what you want, and good luck.
I'm eventually gonna have to get a new mouse. lot easier if you can catch that bone charm in midair like that. Stops you from having to fumble around on the ground for it. Of course, depending on where exactly it lands, you don't really have to let your feet touch the floor. But hey, why risk it? Games like this are all about mitigating risk. Speaking of mitigating risk, I'm about to have to smash a window. So, let's go into our bone charms. Can get rid of any of them. Delicate touch. I don't know if that's loud enough to really need to do all that, but... figure it's a little better than just relying on save scumming it. Now there's all kinds of other shit you can go through here. You can like use that crank wheel to open a little area with a bone charm or something. I'm not going to be doing all that this time. I think I did it in a previous playthrough. Oh, I was not expecting that to just shatter like that. I am going to try to rob this safe, though.
You're just feeling off, that's all. It's no use. I'm sick.
There's a closed door, so I can't really fucking,
You know what you have to
oh.
do. Stop it. I'll give you my share of elixir. Nonsense. I don't want to bleed from the eyes.
Little line of sight surgery there.
Yes, my friend. I will. Before you bring down the rest of us. Thank you.
Well,
Turn your back.
I really do have a little bit of finesse when I'm not drinking and smoking while I play.
Hey, Corvo. It's Samuel. From the way I hear it, Campbell lived a pretty posh life. Maybe it's not my place to say.
This guy is like the king of unskippable yapping. I actually kind of hate it. Like, he's possibly the only other good guy in the game.
Okay, let's go.
But God, he is just a vortex that just sucks you in and wastes your time. I wonder what it's got to be like to be Captain Kernow and just wake up in a dumpster after seeing a guy keel over from poison right in front of you. Like, he's gonna go the rest of his life wondering what the fuck happened that night. That's the thing about Dishonored, though. You only get dinged for it if you kill people. You can traumatize them all you want.
He's alive. Thank you, Corvo. Thank...
They're all correct. This is going to work.
My, there is... Can I be of service?
We're starting to wonder if there was a glitch that made this guy not appear, because, like... was a little ridiculous how hard it was to find him the last time. Well, I just straight up didn't find him last time, which was kind of the problem. Might as well max out bone charm capacity so I can use all this cheapness from the DLC loot I got. Runes and upgrades, the only things you really need to spend money on. Hold on. Overall movement speed. Okay. Think I'm gonna do agility. Well, hold on here. It's only 2 runes. I can get those in the next level. You don't really need the objects highlighted green. I rely on that kind of, I think, in the party at Lady Boyle's Manor, which, I mean, that mission, that's like
you did it.
One of the worst in the game. It's just kind of a clusterfuck. I don't know, people who like to play the Hitman games probably love it, but I don't. It's too much of a departure from what Dishonored is good at, and it also, like, I triggered a bug at one point that just made it so the guards were always on alert, despite me never being seen doing anything, like,
our entire movement
bad.
will mean nothing if we can't place the rightful heir on the throne. We must act fast. No doubt the Lord Regent is holding...
The particle effects from that gun are definitely an interesting choice.
If he doesn't bring the young lady forth soon, there will be infighting among the nobles as to who should succeed the Empress.
Yes, time is against us. But now you should take a well-earned rest, Corvo. We will decipher the contents of the...
My cat is trying to demand an early dinner. It's not dinner time yet. Okay, well, it's time to take another break because this Weepers part is lame. Alright, let's take care of these Weepers. Oh, runes. I think the runes are down where the Weepers are, though. And reject the proper way to go about this. We're just gonna... Yoop!
I know the gold.
Oh yeah. Do I have money? Never mind. I don't think I do. Nah, I just... Yeah, that's right. I just used it.
I expect Martin will be joining us shortly.
Okay, blah blah blah. We're doing the Weeper thing. I have little patience with this part. Could open that up. Maybe there's a reason to do it, but I forget. Oh. There they are. Guess I might as well sleep dart. I don't know, killing these things is kind of like a mercy killing anyway, but whatever. Don't want to unduly increase my chaos level. I think killing Weepers does less to increase it anyway. I don't really know. I know the worst thing you can do is just kill random civilians, but, like, killing Weepers, you would think that that wouldn't be as bad because, like, you know, they basically are doomed anyway at that point, right? I didn't do that. Right click fucking with me again. Oh my fucking god. Shut up. Get out of my face. I gotta deal with this goddamn game glitching.
We want to talk to you.
Corvo, I trust you remember Martin, an overseer before, and perhaps again someday soon.
Ah, yes,
I owe
farting.
you thanks for my rescue.
Indeed, you've given us a glimmer of hope, Corvo, because we've gotten what we wanted from Campbell's journal. You've done it. We know where Emily Caldwin is being held.
The Golden Cat, of all places. A bathhouse for aristocrats. Little better than a cursed brothel.
But there's an unfortunate twist. It appears that Pendleton's own kinsmen stand in our way. The twins, Morgan and Custis. Not only are they controlling Emily, but they have the controlling parliamentary votes we so desperately need.
Yes, the Pendletons.
Yep.
But most importantly, Emily must be brought here safely so we can protect her until the Lord Regent and his entourage have been dealt with.
Yo, they're selling Skibbity toilet toys at Walmart now.
Pendleton's waiting for you on the dock.
I'm gonna
He's
get
asked
one.
To brief you personally.
I like Skibbity toilet. Probably can't afford no more crap.
Corvo.
Oh, lovely.
I'd
Now
like to
this
speak
guy
to you
wants to
myself.
yap too.
You see, I'm sending you
Should
to
I let
kill
him,
my older
or should I
brothers,
cut him
Morgan
off?
And Custis. They're horrible men. It's true, as you may have heard. Cruel beyond words. Further, my brothers are close allies to the Lord Regent, and as long as they are in Parliament, we cannot gather the votes we'll need to stop the Lord Regent from further consolidating his power. These days, they're best known for exploiting their favor with him to cheat others out of their wealth. Let's just say that not every family evicted and
Oh, these guys must be working along with that Barrister Timsh guy from the
I warned my brothers in
DLC.
every way I could. I really did. But they never did listen to me. They'll be at the Golden Cat tonight at their usual revels. They'll be protected by the City Watch, so it'll be dangerous. Now go. Please do it before I change my mind.
Imagine being rich enough to just, like, openly bang hookers and take your bodyguards with you and just not give a shit what anyone thinks.
I'll take you to the Golden Cat when you're ready. I've taken Lord Pendleton enough times, believe me.
He says he'll take you to the Golden Cat, but he drops you off at the same spot again, and you have to make your way through the whole damn city.
I'll get you as close as I can to the Golden Cat, Corvo. You'll have to go the rest of the way on your own. The entrance is near Holger Square. The main thing is to make sure that...
Making my way downtown, walking fast, lick my
Them two
ass.
Pendletons are there, so I'm guessing there'll be a lot of guards.
Dun, dun,
Slack
dun,
Jaw
dun,
might have
do,
some
do,
ideas
do,
on how
do,
to
do,
get
do,
inside the
do,
cat,
do.
if he don't
Okay,
kill
so
you.
like,
This here's his territory.
this is the exact same spot, but we took a different route. He thought if he just went around that thing the other way that it would confuse me, and I would think he was being more helpful.
Little lady you bring him back. Good luck to you.
Oh, that's right, I have to rescue the kid in this mission.
Be careful going
It's a
up the
lot of
street,
fucking
Corvo.
responsibility right there.
Alongside me last night and said there's one of those watchtowers on the platform.
Yeah. I hate the pop-ups. Oh.
Dunwall citizens. Anyone within...
Okay, now I gotta go see the Bottle Street butt plugs.
You're just the man I was looking for.
Yeah, slackjaw, whatever.
That him?
Still want to sneak around here because the Weepers are about to breach containment.
That's what they get for taking free swigs from the still. That tainted the witch.
Bad stuff, I guess.
See, the Weepers are contained in there. The people I infected was another bad teleport. I mean, it turned out good, but I was holding right click and the game was like, oh, do you mean click and immediately teleport?
Slackjaw keeps the good stuff for himself. Rest of us get 1 part elixir, 3 parts water down.
Oh, that's just to make the swallow.
Well, I ain't taking no chances on getting a blade. Drink till you drop.
He is a villain if I judge your looks aright. A villain I might have some work for. Somebody put plague in the brute tank. Half my men are weepers. Trapped 3 of them in the distillery. Rest are wandering in the street. Since it's so, and I find myself short of able bodies, I may have a point of interest for you, see? Way I figure it, there ain't nobody worth killing around here except those 2 Pendletons over at the Golden Cat. I'm right, ain't I? See, Slackjaw knows. Them boys are twins. Rich, mean, and weird. Worse than most of their ilk. They've been laying low there a while, not sure why. There's a lot of security at the Golden Cat tonight, though. Special guests and the like. But you're gonna walk in there dressed like that and kill the Pendleton brothers? Maybe I got a better way to take care of them, too. If you're doing something for me first, understand? Someone, I don't know who, is killing my men, taking my territory, stealing my goods. Might be a fellow named of Galvani. I sent my best man to investigate, but he went missing and... well, now I need someone to find what happened to him. Go to this Galvani's place. He lives nearby off Cloud Boulevard.
Shit.
You do that for me and I'll get you...
This guy's still talking. I was like checking my email. I wanted to leave that in for anyone who wants like the full Dishonored experience, because I try to only skip shit that's like completely worthless, but I don't know, man. This mission is kind of mid anyway, like the last one was a lot better and the next one is a lot better. I mean, this isn't like a painfully awful mission like the Lady Boyle one or the Loyalists. The Loyalists is the worst mission in the game. That one, you basically have to figure out how to cheat it so you can spend as little time in it as possible, which I've gotten pretty good at, but still. But yeah, this mission is like, it's not torture, but like, I don't know. Gets a little convoluted. This next part's kind of cool though. This helps the replay value. There's assassins here waiting for you. And normally they'll jump you, but you can go and take them out one by one. Like, this is just a cool little thing, you know? Cool little detail. Wait a second, I've never read this before. Nate, drop point has changed. Leave it in the shitter under the bridge. The elixir ain't there, you don't get paid. Oh, I got enough fucking elixir, dude. Okay, so there's a weeper in there, but if I break through the shit... No, the other guy won't hear me if I break through it. Oh, I don't have to break through it, that's right. Oh, that is such bullshit. Even when you take out the weeper, you still can take some damage from, like, the flies and shit on them. That's annoying as fuck, dude. I mean, I don't think no-hit runs in Dishonored are really, like, a thing that people try to do, but if they were, that would be insufferable. Oops, had to kill him. Oh well. It's just an assassin. Not worth reloading a save to keep from having to kill one of them things. They look like cockroaches for a reason. Okay. Well, I don't like this thing shooting missiles at random people, so I'll get rid of it. Oh my god, I didn't do that. I'm glad that, like, at least these guards don't bust their heads open and die when they hit the railings, because that would be such an annoying thing to have to keep under control. Galvani building key needed. What the fuck did I pick up from the key ring last time I was here? Ugh. Swear to God, bro. Just ain't in the mood to be a good sport about it today, you know what I mean? Like, it should have been right there. Like, I picked it up on the last mission. What the fuck? Okay, you. My patience wanes for you. Ugh, another horse shit fucking warp. I swear I feel like I'm getting stuck when I shouldn't get stuck. There will be times where I'll try to move forward and to the right at the same time. And it'll seem like the forward movement works, but the movement to the right doesn't. I might be imagining shit. I don't know. Okay, I was definitely just getting hung up on some terrain. That was all. Oh, fuck. I was just gonna go out that way anyway, but now I might need to put that Galvani building key to use. I grabbed it just in case he didn't cooperate with my main escape plan. And it's looking like I may have made the right choice there. There we go. Getting a phone call, gotta cut it. Alright. I'm back. Hopefully I can cut this together smoothly. I started moving before I hit record. I assume it won't really matter though.
Hey, wait a minute. What just occurred to me? How come it's always me who pays for the
What's this? Information from my missing guy. Let's have a listen.
So I think I'm gonna cut this playthrough up into thirds, because it's 9 missions in the game. So yeah. See, the first third of the game goes bad mission, good mission, bad mission, kind of. Well, this one's kind of mid. I wouldn't say it's bad. Second third of the game, good mission, bad mission, good mission.
So Crowley's dead.
Then the last third is like good mission, awful mission, good mission.
Deal, and Slackjaw never goes back on a deal. Take this key. It ain't for the Golden Cat, no. This key's for the
first. I'm not gonna let this guy keep yapping. It's
the cat's having a big reopening.
Okay, so I need to get some guy's save combination. That's all. That's all you really need to know. Twist of Fortune. What the hell is that? Oh, very rarely a potion gives you full mana. I don't need very rarely. I deal in sure things.
Attention Dunwall citizens. A mandatory whale oil ration is now in effect.
So you guys know what game sucks? Hotline Miami. I had been getting a feeling while I played it that a lot of the times I was missing shots, it wasn't my fault and I was being robbed. And then I turned on the target lock on a guy and the shot still missed. And it's like, that was the proof I needed to be like, yep, I'm getting robbed. It's not my fault. It's really a game that needs to be brute forced. Like, it's not the kind of thing where you want to change up tactics a whole bunch and, you know, there's not a lot to really fine-tune. It's just you kind of kick down a couple doors and flail around a little and you keep going till it works.
This district is now under a mandatory whale oil ban. Compliance will be strict.
I mean, the first couple levels, strategy will help you. You know, and there are bad orders to engage things in, but in the later levels where you're using guns for most shit anyway, it's like you're gonna wake up the whole building and have them chasing you anyway, so order doesn't matter as much. Could have swore there were rats there. Oh, there's the rats. No rats for me. I'm full. Can you fuck off with the tutorials? Dude, I must be overstimulated or something, because, like, little pop-up distractions like that are making me, like, unreasonably angry.
You're a lot cuter than my regular.
I'm on duty too. Want me to show you?
You want me to lose my job?
Ah, yes, the Sigma guard turning down the hooker.
Just trying to make a living.
Just trying to make a living. Propositioning a guard who's on duty. Just trying to make a living. This is why we made your bullshit illegal nowadays. Trying to get people in trouble.
I've lost track of him again.
Morgan's in the steam room downstairs tonight.
Is it safe in there? Because I've heard rumors. If one of them gets hurt, I'll lose my job.
Oh, that's just the girls talking. It's nothing. Pressure builds up in the pipes and, well, it almost never happens. I'll make sure they never mention it again. Anyhow, Morgan insisted to be in the steam room tonight. He's so picky. Custis is easier to manage. Some nights he just waits in the gold room and talks to a girl. It's funny what people will pay for.
Oh, okay. I gotta... gotta steal the master key from the owner. Can never work out what's the absolute, like, optimal order to do all this in. Gotta get the kid, you gotta steal... Well, steal the master key to get the kid. You gotta... torture the guy to get a safe combination. I don't really use maps. Could have swore there was a path through this way. Or do I usually just choke this guy out? Maybe that's what I do. Because I seem to remember, at least in my first playthrough, choking out a guard and hiding him up here. Gotta do it. I don't want him to fall to his death, but I also don't want him to get seen.
Told you about. You realize you're at the Golden Cat, right? Yeah, but she's different. She really...
Dunstan, the Pendletons are here. You're supposed to be on duty. Come on. You're supposed to be on guard. You'll get dismissed for sure. I can't believe this. You said you weren't even drunk. Wake up.
It's at least cool that the hookers don't blow your cover in this area. This area looks so much more intimidating than it is.
20 minutes. Your footsteps sound a little loud.
Okay, quit yapping.
Oh, that's good. I deserve that one. Shall I tell you why? The Pendletons are here, right?
Dude, what if electroshock torture actually is super hot and I'm the stupid one for not trying it? I know I've said that in some video before, but I don't know, I feel like I gotta give it a try.
The Pendletons' inheritance was worth hundreds of thousands at least. I told them it was junk. Retribution! Retribution! Ah, that was perfect. But it's all I can take for tonight. Call my servants. We're done.
Okay. Ignore the safe word. Consent doesn't matter. Consent doesn't matter. Ignore safe words.
I'll have you whipped, you bitch! What the? Who is this? What do you want?
The safe, yes, of course. The combination is 879. Take anything you find.
I could zap him again to be funny, but I think that kills him. Is she beating up her drunk boyfriend? Was what it looked like at first. Okay, why do I still have a thing pointing here? Okay. I've memorized enough of this. I don't really... It doesn't really click with me when something is like non-obvious and needs like a breadcrumb to lead you toward it. Robust 2. What is this? Some kind of damage? Potions give you moderately more health. I mean, it's alright, I guess, but I got more useful stuff. Okay, ho. Gonna have to put you to sleep so you don't blow my cover. Because the ones up here do scream. The ones in the party, like, ignore you. Oh, that is a level 9 yacht right there. Look at that. Look at the crease there. Must be one of them high-priced yachts. But, yeah, the ones down in the party, they ignore you, but if you come up into their bedrooms, they'll scream for guards and ruin everything.
Who are you? Why are you wearing that mask?
I guess I'll let her talk, because she's actually important.
You're wearing a mask to sneak around, aren't you? They told me you were head chopped off and in prison, dead, like Mother. That seems like a long time ago. But you're not dead. Now we can leave. I have a plan. I almost got away twice. There's a special door to come and go for special people, and I'll show you. And if anyone tries to stop us, you can fight them. It's this way.
So, like I said, like this mission's not bad to where it's painful to play. I just don't have as much fun with it as I do with other missions because it's it seems a little bit less focused, and the villains and the method of disposing of them just aren't that compelling. It's It's like villains you don't really have a reason to care about, and then they're just kind of, like the non-lethal way of getting rid of them, they're just kind of swept away off screen. I don't know. From a level design standpoint, I'm sure it's fine, but it's just, it doesn't feel as, satisfying as the other levels.
The door is locked. Unlock.
Because saving the kid is the only thing there for you to actually, like, give a fuck about, you know? The only thing that's...
Come on. Come to dinner now.
I still don't get why Granny Rags relocates.
Come to Granny. Granny won't hurt you.
Okay, there's some dumb shit with a Weeper here. If I gotta stab him, I gotta stab him. Honestly, I could probably run away from these things if I had to. They're not organized like the city guard. Creative blinks really are like half of this game. Like if you can become a really good like blink artist and you know your angles, you know what you can get away with. You can rob the safe and screw him over too, but like,
if you ever
honestly, I got enough crap.
Slackjaw knows a good man when he sees one. It's only natural that you be curious about what I intend to do with the Pendletons.
I'm glad you don't have to like escort Emily manually through the Golden Cat. That would be such ass.
So I'm gonna shave their heads and cut out their tongues and put them in one of their own stinking mines. Then they're gonna see life from a different angle.
Okay. So we've successfully enslaved the two brothers, and time to get out of here. That didn't feel like it took that long.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. Anyone with information pertaining to the death of High Overseer Thaddeus Campbell is to report.
Oh. Was just zigzag running to make sure my keys work. Almost triggered an alarm.
Are you both ready to go? Corvo, you must have worked wonders out there in the city tonight. I can't believe my old eyes.
Alright, I'm just gonna cut it here.